Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Sheets, and I'm not sure if Bobby's going to be joining, but we're going to do the same thing that we did yesterday. We're going to do kind of a full preview and lineup build for all three sports that are going tonight. That would be hockey, baseball, and basketball. And we're going to do basketball last to give us a chance maybe to, I don't know, to catch up on whatever late news comes in. Now, again, we are going a little bit early today. With the slate starting at 7:30, but that's okay. Just everybody should just make sure to get a look and adjust accordingly. First things first, I just kind of want to go through. We got all kinds of hockey takes that are coming through here. Okay, so let me just run that then. Hold on. Let's run the hockey projections while we wait for Bobby, maybe for just a minute. We got to do one more thing. Sorry about that. And hopefully this is not the last World Series game, but the Yankees certainly have not impressed, to say the least. And it's funny, because Bobby was going to come out here to go to Game 5, which was supposed to be tomorrow, but there might not even be a Game 5. The odds of a sweep were very thin, to say the least. But Yankees have been very listless the whole series. You have Stanton not hustling. You just got it's been a little brutal, I have to say. So you're saying that we want to get Columbus, right? Is that what you're implying here? All right. Well, let's see. Let's run this, and then we'll see what we get. Actually, let's see. What do I have? Hold on. I just want to see what kind of confidence level I have. So 1, 2, 5, 6. Okay, actually, projections aren't bad today. Yeah, you saw your. I don't know if you won, K9, but the Sharks just came freaking storming back. With 5 minutes to go, they were down 4-1. They ended up winning 5-4 in overtime. Now, I presume that this is going to be a Dodgers bullpen game tonight. If so, it obviously was going to make. Obviously, it's going to make. Sorry about the mic. It's going to make building lineups a little difficult, but we will figure it out. All right. So how about this? How about, since we got 2 requests for hockey, we will do hockey first. And let me just see what it looks like. And I'll even show the sheets for this one for today. Right, hockey's going to be the theme. I mean, NBA is only a four gamer, right? So let's upload the sheets, and then we'll look at them all together. One sec. Okay. And I'll share my screen. Sorry, in just a moment. Open and okay, we should be good. Let's get rid of this. I just need to hide a couple of things. Then I can share my screen. NHL stacks, NHL projections, and here we go. Oh, there's Bobby. Bobby's just in time to do the hockey build.
I love it. All right, keep going.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So K9. So this is what we're looking at here. Yeah, I don't see any CBJ. Oh, that was yesterday. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, he's talking about yesterday. Okay. So today, again, just kind of gazing at this, it doesn't take a lot to see what looks good here. So not Kaprizov, but look at all these Ottawas. They kind of look good. Uh, Islanders. Islanders are probably going to look good. And again, that's what we're trying to figure out who we think's going to look good before we actually run the Sims. So it's going to be Islanders, and then Bobby. Then we're going to do baseball. Then we'll do basketball. This should take 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So hockey. So Islanders, Ottawa. That's what I think we would end up getting. Now, if I looked at it from the stacks perspective, K9, we'd look at it this way. And still, there it is. Ottawa, Islanders right at the top. So it looks like Ottawa and Islanders are going to be what we're probably going to want. So let's, again, do the same things we always do. We'll go into SaberSim. And right from the beginning, first we'll upload our contests, which we've already entered dummy lineups in. And again, DraftKings, it just puts it right into the download file. Boom. Now I see contest 58 lineups are in there. And now we'll go right back to build one and we'll upload our projections. And again, if you're on TrueDFS SaberSim, it'll automatically do this for you. Within SaberSim, it'll update my it'll put my projections up there if you want them, or SaberSims, or Goldies, or a combination of the two. So exclude unlisted players, and then we blast this, and we'll we'll build the 5,000 lineups. And the real trick, K9 and everybody else here, is to figure out what type of stacks that you want to exclude or not. I mean, I'm very greedy. I'm only going to want 4 3s, 5 2s, or onslaughts. I'm not going to go for 4 2 2s, 3 3 2s, or whatever it is. Just hockey is just massive correlation. And even if SaberSim through its sims are going to get me those places, I'm probably not going to get there. Now you'll see also in the SaberSim totals, Ottawa 3.5, Islanders 3.5, but not so much Boston. We're not so much getting so much of them. So again, first thing I'll look at is what we would get to without simming. And look at that, 100% of Ottawa. Look at all that Ottawa. So we are going to definitely run the Sims. And again, for those of you watching this for the first time, we've already populated the contest with all the information we need of what field lineups we're going to use or whatever. And we're definitely not good enough to customize a field that we think that the field's going to play that's going to be any better than what SaberSim is going to do. There are some sports that we could take a shot at that, but certainly hockey is not one of them. So we're just going to rely on SaberSim's algorithm to at least compare us to the right fields. And hockey runs pretty quickly, actually, relative to some other sports. Just because, again, once they know what team they want to highlight, the better, then you're already off to the races. All right, so right off the bat, there's some Canadians, not a lot. You're getting actually 85% Montreal, like with the Sims. So you probably don't want to necessarily do that, but if you're a purist, that's what you would do. But let's first go into stack exposures. I sorted them by modified stack, Carmen, when I was looking at them. So 5 2s, I don't want any 5 0s, don't want any 4 2s, don't want any 4 2 2s. So we're already going to be messing with the system a little bit by Xing out all this stuff. And boom. So we do want to just mess with the min uniques. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep an eye on these two metrics, this max destination ROI 157, actually 3 of them, the min destination, which is 100, and then the medium destination, which is 113 ROI. And then we're just going to keep going min uniques 2, 3, 4 until we see a big crash in one of these. Specifically the minimum destination ROI. So it goes to 97. That's not a big deal. And then we go to min uniques 3. It goes to 88. That's not the greatest. So let's see what 4 gets you. No, not bad, actually. So we could actually get to min uniques 4 Min Uniques 5 is probably asking for trouble. So we'll go to Min Uniques 4, and then we'll and we're also, what's good about going from Min Uniques 4 to 5 is that knocked out these stacks that we want, so we know that we're kind of in good shape here. And then the real key is to just not look. So you go to autofill and make sure that at the top of this is the highest buy-in lineup, like the one where you really want to make sure you get your best lineup in. And again, I believe that you're just supposed to just play everything unique. And we'll sort them this way. Save to contests. And do we want to look? All right, we'll look one time. This time we'll look. So we'll download these, upload to DraftKings. And I'm going to late swap in hockey just as well. So it's definitely not going to be this exact build, which is why I don't mind showing it. Yep. And as far as what I actually get, I mean, let's see here. Team stacks. Yeah. So, well, we got a good mixture. We got Montreal, highest owned, but then there's Pittsburgh, Ottawa, LA Kings. So we got a lot of guys. Okay. So Bobby, what do you think of the baseball slate?
Oh, great. I just did a little build thing for it. I actually think if there's a way to try to predict games, it's really hard to do. But if there was a game that you expected to be maybe a little more offense and see a little bit more from the Yankees, you would think it might be tonight. I like to try. I'm not as into Kasperius as they're trying to force him into your systems. I would say don't do that.
Who?
Kasperius, who's starting for the Dodgers, Ben Kasperius.
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
They're trying to do that, and he's probably going to pitch an inning, and he's facing the toughest part of the lineup. Maybe if it goes well, he'll probably pitch 2 innings, but obviously no win possibilities, no anything except for just a couple innings from a not great strikeout pitcher who's okay. But I think you should be trying to use relievers from the Dodgers side that would be pitching in the more high leverage spots if it was a close game later on. The normal ones: Kopech, Treinen, Vesia would be the top 3, along with probably Hudson, or I guess Hudson would be next. And then as far as the captain exposure goes, I have only hitters in my captain today. I might have one where I ended up with never mind. I have Louis. I have Heel just in case it goes well for him. I have him in 1. that's it. But other than that, and my favorite bats tonight, it's Yankee Stadium. I always think that there's a better edge in playing lefties. But Soto, Stanton, Freeman, and Ohtani are my top 4 owned captains, and that's what I ended up with.
I think they moved Stanton down the lineup.
Even better, a little lower ownership. Yeah, they did. They went for the righty lefty thing. I think they're trying to emulate the Dodgers now. They're
tried anything. I mean, anything.
Anything different.
Hashtag whatever works. I mean,
yeah, at this point. And I am a little. I also say this that while it's good to hit left field, you saw some balls absolutely crushed last night that didn't barely clear the shortest porch in baseball on the right field line side, and it's cold enough compared to Dodger Stadium anyway, and there's like 8-mile-an-hour winds blowing in from right. So if you wanted to take my and say forget the lefty thing, that's fine. It's maybe not as good of a spot for lefties as it usually is, but it's still a good spot. But I like the idea of only using hitters as captains tonight, with the exception of maybe a little bit of Heel.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to play Kasperius in the captain, know, and I'm not going to play a reliever in the captain unless there was some weird build where it got me all the studs. But who are the studs anyway? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the way that it works, I think, is the Yankees score like 5 runs in the first inning or something like that. The Dodgers down 5-0, and then they bring in Landon Knack, and then maybe he pitches 4 or 5 innings. That's the way that the relief pitcher would work. But other than that, and he's going to have a very short leash, but if it's going well, they're going to leave him in there. And I have no idea what the hell they were thinking. They got very lucky not to give up more runs last night, but they left Clark Schmidt in when I felt like last night they should have treated like a must-win game, and they left him in a lot longer than I would have, I'll tell you that. I know the Yankees fans in my family were screaming for we separated rooms during the World Series, but there's the Yankee room and there's the Dodger room. There's just a very small Yankee room, but they can all hear the shouting back and forth, but they're all screaming the same thing. What the hell are we doing? So at least they're happy if they lose that Aaron Boone won't be there anymore. But I like Jazz as another captain option, by the way. The stolen base upside combined with the power upside, I think is just that's the other one that stuck out to me. And I don't know. Those are the ones I went after the most. And fortunately, I think the projections will be wrong, but the only guy I'm playing in captain who has a who's projected to be over 10% is Ohtani.
Well, let me ask you something. The Kasparius, do you know this? I mean, in other words, like, they talked about this, that they're going to like pitch him an inning, or like what are they saying? At least?
They said bullpen game, which has only meant that so far, but up 3-0. I think if he's cruising, they would let him go. But that's a lot to ask a guy who's probably the worst pitcher on the roster. Maybe Honeywell is. It's pretty close between those two.
I mean, the thing is, here's the only thing. The only thing is he's 4K. And he's got a floor. You know what I mean? Like he's the only guy that's 4K that has a floor.
I don't even know that he has a floor though, because even if he pitches one inning, unless he gets a strikeout, like why aren't the Yankees going to score in the first inning?
Right.
So I get it, but I just don't get the projections doing this. I've seen this with the Dodgers. I mean, we've seen it so many times. They've played these bullpen games throughout the playoffs, and every time, like, people are playing Ryan Brazier, who literally he would have gone maybe 2 innings at the most, but there's just no real upside equity unless you strike out like the side in the first, and that just probably isn't going to happen.
Yeah.
So
we could just X him. We could just X him out if you want. I mean, like,
I don't mind. Like, the thing is though, if he ended up having a good inning, then you'd still be okay to have him in the utility. I don't mind a little bit of him in the utility, because I think there is an outside chance of pitching 2 innings, like I said, if things go well. But you're still talking about
this is let's run the Sims first.
They're gonna like him,
and then they're gonna want me to. But you know what? As I like to say, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is still the United States of America. I mean,
the fact that he's at his point projection is 11.3 is absurd. There is no way anybody, I don't know what systems they're running, but no way in a million years can that be his median result. It's just not possible.
Well, we could get rid of Kasparis, take him out of the captain. I think that I could leave some Gill in the captain. I think it's possible that he could have a good, he could pitch 5 innings,
Oh yeah, and he could strike out 7 in 3, and end up with the higher scoring than a guy who hits a home run. Even like he's got a lot of upside because he's got.
And as a matter of fact, we're going to we'll like you said, I think we'll leave Kasparius in the utility, but we'll keep him out of because listen, if he does pitch, if he pitches one good inning, he can get like 6, 7.
Mm-hmm.
Which is 2 good innings, maybe he gets 12. But if they actually let him in for 2 good innings, though, that's a tough number. You know what I mean? Like if he comes out of the second inning with like 11 fantasy points at 4K.
But the only way he does that, he has to strike out 4 out of the 6 batters he faces without giving up a hit.
I guess so, huh?
Basically, yeah. I mean, or 1 hit, and he's got to strike him out too. Like it can't just be outs. Which the Yankees have struck out enough that maybe it's possible, but
so it's not
feels very aggressive.
So it's not a problem. We're gonna kick it old school, and we're gonna manually reduce exposure.
So what you did is exactly what I did in the utility for Kasparius.
That's what I just did.
Yeah, exactly. The same thing I did.
And then we have a whole bunch of these and a whole bunch of those. And because I'm under on Kasparius, I guess I'm probably going to be somewhat unique, I guess. Heal 63% in utility. That's definitely a big stand. So just for funsies, again, just to listen in shout out to RG. I'm going to be a little optimizer based,
Yeah,
there it is. 40. So I'll make it max 44% in the cap in the utility for heal. And then we will go min uniques. We'll try to screw around there a little bit. And then again, we'll go until it kind of crashes on me, which shouldn't be too long. Oh, there it is. So let's go back to min uniques 2. And then what you do, then you pray to the baseball gods. The baseball gods are they've been good to me.
Yeah.
They get me pinch runners, they all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, yesterday I got like 12th in like the 333 with ready for this. I had like I had 4 pitchers
Yeah.
in the lineup. I had Schmidt and Bueller, and then I had the Male, whatever his name is, from the Dodgers or for the Yankees, and then the guy who pitched for the Dodgers, Hudson. And then I had like 2 hitters, and I got like 11 somehow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, the showdown slate in baseball, with the exception of that the Freddie Freeman game, it reminds me of like Pittsburgh Steelers Giants. It's like kickers and defense. That's pretty much it.
I actually just hand built lineups last night, and the only captains I hand built 4. The only captains I used were the kicker and Calvin Austin, which looked like it was going to be.
Oh my God! How'd you not win everything?
I just didn't have the right pieces.
Oh my God, that's brutal.
I didn't have Tyrone Taylor. That was the problem. But it was a draft for a minute. I just looked because I wasn't even paying attention to the game. I was watching the Dodger game, and I just all of a sudden.
You mean Tyrone Tracy? Not Tyrone Taylor.
Tyrone Tracy. I keep doing that.
I'm getting some Vesia. I like that.
Yeah, and I like Jimmy's take, but I don't trust Boone, because why hasn't Tim Hill pitched? There's been so many opportunities to bring a lefty in out of the bullpen, and they keep going to Cortez.
Yeah.
Tim Hill, it should be a good play. They're just not. They just aren't using him the way that they I think they should be.
This is the guy that did all right for me, the Canale.
He's insane. Saw what he did? He broke the record for the most consecutive changeups. Guess how many it was? Combined through a bunch of games.
Like 25 or something?
59.
Oh my God.
59.
Who's the guy in the Padres that just threw nothing but changeups? Trevor Hoffman.
Yeah. But at least he at one point had like a 99-mile-an-hour fastball that he could throw.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Kasparius. So I got some Kasparius in the utility, so that's fine.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
All right, you want to talk about the NBA?
Sure. So, and you already got questions coming in about the NBA. Is Zion a fade at his price, not playing full minutes?
He's not playing full minutes.
So we've got him projected for what it's worth at 34 minutes, which is a little lower than maybe some of the other studs, but he's also not 11-5 like the other guys are. So it's a little different, but I actually feel fine with him at this as a play tonight on this slate, but I also wouldn't have an issue at his ownership not playing him. And for what it's worth, he hasn't yet played 30 minutes. So there is a possibility that he doesn't play more than that, but I'm going to trust the projections. I think they let him play, and if the game's close, assuming that it's close. It's kind of weird. They're only 1.5 point favorites with no Curry, I think Zion is like, I would play him in cash, and I'm okay with fading him in tournaments, but I do think he's a cash game play. He fits in price wise. But you could argue that Anthony Edwards is the better guy to spend in that range for. You could argue De'Aaron Fox. So I don't really have an issue with fading him. I personally had built 2 hand lineups. I'm just playing 2 lineups tonight, but I have him in 1. That's where I'm at.
Well,
go ahead, Sheets. Sorry.
I was going to say I would love to show you guys my builds in the NBA, but it looks like SaberSim is yelling, is not happy right now. It's literally not even loading anything for me. So.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I wonder if I can get there from TrueDFS. That would be quite the coup if I can get there.
Oh my God, you never done it yet.
No, I do it every once in a while. So that can I tell you what's tilting? Only thing that's tilting is logging in.
Yeah,
because I have the freaking Kenny.
Oh, the cat, the what's it called?
Makes me use the freaking thing. It's like,
yeah, it's annoying.
Am I in already? Oh, no way. Am I actually in?
Yeah, we're in.
I was logged in from before. So let's see if SaberSim from TrueDFS somehow can get me to get me there.
Nice.
Let's see, NBA, DK. I mean, it seems like a Golden State chalk fest, but look at that! Wait, hold on. Let's first upload our entries. Oh my God, look at this! To the rescue, TrueDFS. Let's see. All right, so my lineups are they in? Who knows? Where they would be over here, right? I don't see them.
They should be in. Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, no.
There they are. There they are.
Yeah.
All right, so now let's go into build lineups. Let's see if this loads. Oh, look. Oh my God, look at this. So first of all, we get to pick. We're going to use. Oh, of course. Why would Sheets be up here?
Oh, they must have.
See, you can't win them all, right? You can't get everything working for you.
I
Can't get
don't know
everything
what's
working for you.
happening
So
there.
we'll go back here. I actually know what happened. Oh, but I'll fix it in a minute. But DraftKings back. I know exactly what I did wrong. Another F Goldie moment for me. Let's see. All right. Cam Thomas, is he out?
Whoa! Did that?
No, right?
I don't think so. What happened?
I just have him just.
Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything.
No, I don't think so, right?
I didn't see it. If it happened, it would have happened.
No, he's in.
No, I don't think he's out.
So
And
let's put in. Oh, I'm very funny. Wait, Cam Thomas. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. All right, now we're good. All right, building lineups. Oh, I didn't put my contest. This is what's happening. I'm in the printers going off in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's all kinds of distractions. All right, let's see.
All right, let's see.
Okay, again, uploading my contests. Now we're in. Let's go back to build 2, which is where we were. And now it's loading them. Okay. I imagine I'm going to get 100% of this thing. Some combination of those Denver guys like Braun and Moody, Pazinski, and Heald, no?
Yeah. I don't know why the projection is as low on Braun as it is. I think he should be like. I think other than Podziemski, he's probably the lock of the slate for me. And I don't like to say lock very often, but this time I will say it.
Well, before I run the Sims, I'll show you that I'd be getting for exposure 90% Heald, Moody, Braun. I have just as much Braun as Brzezinski, if not more.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. Like it feels like it's just a misprice and misprojection.
And I want to ask again, parenthetically, what you had said earlier. You had asked earlier is why is John Collins like the nuts and not Walker Kessler?
Yeah, I don't have the answer, and that's why I'm interested in the. And maybe he has a great game. They're both good plays, but why not? Why don't we just go for Kessler at lower ownership, who has flashed that ceiling already, at least?
Right. So again, same thing. We're looking at min destination ROI over here. Waiting for it to crash. Oh, that wasn't so great. I mean, how many min uniques can you get in a 4-game slate? Oh, well, we don't get the min uniques 3. So again, NBA is just a little chalky. So it's not exactly. Unless I'm hand building, I'm not going to get so much that's that contrarian. When you hand build, then you make like a decision, and then you could automatically get that way.
Yeah.
Fade away down at the bottom. So it's again. Here's another one that you mentioned earlier. Now you're not probably not playing enough lineups to play them, but then again, maybe you are. What do you think of your Derek Lively thing?
I really like it. I just didn't like you exactly like you said, and I like the center position a lot today. So I didn't find my way there.
Like if you're playing 50 lineups, you'd force like 10-15% in. I mean, like.
Yeah, for sure. At least. I just want to keep getting on that guy. And he's going to have some nights where he just does nothing, but there's going to be plenty of 40-point fantasy point games for him.
Did you look at
I love Cam Thomas for what it's worth. I know he's going to have some ownership. I actually really like on DraftKings, the build, like, to me, was more like, okay, get the 7 and 8K guys. And then on FanDuel, get Luka and Edwards and Luka together. And there's plenty of value to do it. That's the way I built.
Okay, so we're playing the monster and the shot over there. And I am going to fix that. I have a little time after this, so I am going to fix that issue with SaberSim. It's my fault. There's one column that for whatever reason needs to be in there. Like I'll show you. Like you see this like file here that says Slate ID over here. For some reason, Slate ID's got to be populated. Otherwise, SaberSim won't recognize it. But I know where it is. I'm gonna fix it. goes into K. So it looks like NBA.
I like Moody tonight, and I like Moody in general, but I just want to throw out that this Golden State thing is a little trappy-ish. If it
You think so?
A little bit, yeah. They've been playing a 12-man rotation, so now they have a 10-man rotation. So some of them are going to get there, but just as easily to be the bench guys. And Moody is one of the bench. Kyle Anderson, Gary Payton. Look, some of them are going to get there for sure. It's just I don't think it's a guarantee to be the guys that we think it is. Outside of Podziemski, I think is the safest.
Okay, let's see if there's anything different on FanDuel. There usually is. There's usually something a little different on FanDuel. And that would be De'Aaron Fox, 8 million %.
Wow. Yeah, and its price isn't that much different, but the other guys' prices are different. So I guess that's where they got it from.
And Nick Claxton, as usual, for some reason, on FanDuel, they always love him.
Yeah, he's a good fan.
One day he'll get there. One day he'll get there.
Yeah, and when he gets there, he does tend to get there in a big way. But it's been a little shaky, and his minutes projection, I don't know if I agree with. So, what do we got him for now? Oh, they bumped it down. Okay. Oh no, they didn't. It's 28 minutes. He hasn't played more than 20 in a game so far. We'll see.
Who?
Claxton. Yeah, I played 21. Sorry, he played 21 in the game. But he should be playing more. Like he was sick and out at the beginning. I don't know. We'll see.
And again, you see how I moved like the monster up to the top of this when I go autofill. This way, the top lineup gets in there.
Yeah, makes sense.
Just so you guys know, Thursday I'm going to be recording the Breeders' Cup video. Not to get too into it, but that's by far that which you will get the most plus EV from listening to me of anything that I do. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so now let's look at the new file, and you'll see, with any luck, Slate ID will be in there. Yep, see that? And I see Slate ID in here.
Yeah,
and we're gonna confirm that this all works. We're gonna go. It just takes a few minutes though, but in like 5 minutes, when you go back into SaberSim on TrueDFS, you'll be able to see my projections as one of the choices.
Yeah.
All right. What else? Again, it's only 6 o'clock, so there's stuff that can come up, and I would say probably will. So you're saying, can you fade both Luka and Jokic? I'll say this. I mean, I'm looking at my FanDuel exposure. I don't think I have any of either of them.
Okay.
I mean, I'm looking down to the list here. No, I have 21%, 22% Jokic, and where's Luka? And I have 2% Luka out of 100 lineups. So
yeah, that's what I think. I think Jokic is the one that people are going to, because the usage and everything is just so crazy right now. Although it actually wasn't quite as crazy as I thought when I looked back at the actual usage numbers. But I think it's so close between the two of them. But I do think Jokic just probably has the edge.
And to your point, Bobby, I have, ready for this? So I have 3.3% Luka on DraftKings, compared to 16% Derek Lively Jr. Let's go.
Okay, there you go.
Now,
I also like the and by the way, there's this Cam Johnson I just want to address for everybody else playing
Cam
out.
Johnson or Cam Thomas?
I'm sorry, Cam Johnson.
Okay.
Cam Johnson has a range of outcomes and doesn't really benefit from other guys not being there. He'll make it if you want him to get some steals, make some shots. But if you're going to play Cam Johnson, why wouldn't you just play Naz Reid instead? Naz Reid is going to end up with more 15s. Cam Johnson's going to end up with more 22s. But Naz Reid is going to end up with a lot more 40s, 50s, and 60s than Cam Johnson is. So if your lineup looks a little chalky, maybe play Naz Reid instead of Cam Johnson.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, and I do, and as Travis was saying, I do think you can play. I do think you can fade them, both on DraftKings, because I think that Sabonis is in a great spot tonight, who might put up 60. And I think that if you get those 9K and 8K guys to get those 50s and 60s, even if Luka and Jokic both score 75, you're still probably okay if you can get those 50s and 60s. And I think there's plenty of guys to get those 50s and 60s from. Like Cam Thomas, like Sabonis, like Julius Randle, maybe 45 for Julius Randle, but it's definitely doable. Anthony Edwards. But I'm really curious to see if the Lakers can keep up with. I mean, just they got off to a good start, but this NBA season is so weird. Like, I feel like everybody's got a totally different take that I'm listening to now than what they had before the year, and it just I don't see why.
What is your schedule tomorrow, Bobby?
I'll be around tomorrow.
Can you do you want to do an NFL?
Sure.
Early one. Do you want to do like NFL, like NBA maybe at 1 and NFL at 2?
Yeah, that works good for me.
You should see what my schedule looks like tomorrow. I can make that work. NBA, so it's PT at 12:30, 12. Yeah, so let's do NBA at 1,
okay,
and then NFL at 2.
Okay,
that should totally work. You want to take a look real quick? Let's take a look.
Yeah,
real quick. I want to take a look real quick. This is like literally first look.
I like how we build one early in the week. So let's see what we can do.
Denver, Baltimore, Dallas, Atlanta.
Dallas, Atlanta feels like one of those games. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Miami, Buffalo, with the return of the Miami skill position guys.
Maybe they get it a week late. Yeah.
New Orleans, Carolina. Oh my God, who's quarterback for New Orleans? By the way, is it going to be Jay Heener, who played last week?
I don't know, honestly.
Derek Carr. No, he specs Derek Carr back. Okay, that makes sense. That's an ugly game. Cincinnati, Vegas. That could be a good one.
Vegas just can't score. That's the problem.
Yeah. Cleveland Chargers. No thanks.
I think you're going to see.
You're going to go back to Winston. Maybe is that what people are going to do?
I think that. I mean, I think it makes sense. But it makes sense. The Chargers defense has been so good. I don't know if I want to mess with it personally. But wow, they're saying weird things here. Something's wrong with my list. Indianapolis, Minnesota is a potentially interesting game, but I think Dallas and Atlanta is going to dominate the ownership in a massive.
Yes, Washington Giants, not really. Oh my God, New England, Tennessee, what a grind.
Yeah. What about I don't know about the whole game stack in terms of the Denver, Baltimore, but I do think that the Baltimore, this is the time when they win by 35.
I agree with that. Oh my, Arizona, Chicago, that could do some business.
Yeah.
Jacksonville, Philly, that can definitely do some. Oh my God, look at these games.
I think that's the other one that you like. But wait, is that on the main slate?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Jacks, Philly, Detroit, Green Bay. I mean, these guys, and then the Rams, Seahawks. Remember that one's either 13-10 or 35-30.
Oh, they moved the Jacksonville Philly game out of prime time. That's why I got confused.
What's prime time now?
No, because Detroit Green Bay is there. Never mind. Detroit Green Bay is another good one too.
Yeah.
I don't know because my list has got all the wrong times for the games.
All of these games. Oh my God, these are some wild ones. Oh my God, no, it's Jets again. You get the Jets. No, that's Thursday. Wait a minute.
It's just, but they got to stop the NFL. They've got to stop with the Giants. They've got to stop with the Jets, and they've got to stop with even the Steelers, who are a good team. But it's just every Sunday, Monday, and
you get the Jets on. You get the Jets on Thursday. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Is there no Sunday? Maybe there's no Sunday night game. Is that possible?
I'm getting my victory lap already early on the Jets this year.
Maybe there's no Sunday night game.
How can there not be?
Well, because there's 12 games on Sunday afternoon.
Okay, let me see.
And one on Thursday and one on Monday, right?
How can there not be? Especially right after.
No, there's 15 games total.
Okay. So wait, so we've got but there should be one. So Sunday, it's Colts Vikings. Wait, but they're on the slate. Oh no, it's not on the slate. That's the one they moved. Okay, so they moved the Colts Vikings into prime time. Okay.
I mean, okay. So that's off the main slate. All right, whatever. That's okay. All right. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll talk about how much money we made today tomorrow. We'll talk about what time the parade is in Los Angeles in 2 days.
I hope.
And and then we'll see if our Canadians stack comes through in hockey.
Yeah.
All right.
Hang on for 1 second after.